excited to be here at the CLINK Festival. This is our inaugural event, and just the outpour of love and support and how fast we sold out this event is unreal. I can't even speak how excited I am. And to be here amongst women and BIPOC in the industry, and the fact that everyone came as soon as I texted, as soon as I called, as soon as I emailed, it was like, say less, Chrishon. Whatever you want, we'll be there. We have amazing makers here that have flown in, that have driven in, that I had to actually turn down some because it was too many. And I am overjoyed, and to be in an industry like this that doesn't look like us, to have Marsha Wright, a sommelier, next to me is beyond an honor. So I want to just thank you for being here. And again, the energy, the power, being an African-American woman in this industry, it is not easy. It's not easy on my side, more or less a sommelier. So not only, again, am I honored to be doing this fireside chat, but to be amongst this energy in this room, knowing there's going to be over 400 people here, is unbelievable. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
it's an honor to be here. Thank you very much.
I'm so excited, Marsha. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
And I want you to tell everyone here, because I can't speak it as well as you can, exactly who Marsha Wright is.
Well, Marsha Wright loves wine, and I love educating. So that's a big part of me in general. I just love educating individuals. So me being kind of a minority in this industry, I want to just, spread the joy and the power of education and learning about wine in this industry. Because I think a lot of people look at this industry and they don't look like us, like you said, and they shy away from it. So they veer off in other directions because of fear. And I just don't want them to be fearful, because it's a wonderful industry and it's treated me well, and I want to spread that love to others as well.
Tell us what that fear looks like. Is it the education piece that scares us? Because wine can be so intimidating, right? Is it that? Is it that a lot of people can't pronounce Bordeaux, Chianti, Chenin Blanc, so we just steer away from,
Yes.
the wine industry? Is it that? Is it the fact that nobody looks like us? Why are we scared?
It's both. The pronunciation of some varietals in some regions can be very intimidating. But the flip side to that, what can also be intimidating, even if you do know your stuff, is when you walk into that interview and they look at you, or you walk into that room at a tasting and you stop at a table wanting to taste something and they look at you. Thinking that you don't know what you're doing, but not knowing on the other end that you're a sommelier and that you do know what you're doing, and you do, that you do know your stuff. So I think it's a multitude of that. It's a combination of those two, and education as well. I think a lot of people think that it's really hard to learn it, but it's really not.
And I really want you to touch on truly what a sommelier is. I think a lot of people assume that if you get a level of education, that makes you a somm. People don't understand it's actually a profession.
Yes.
So I want you to speak on exactly what a sommelier is.
Yes. Well, sommelier is a career. So just because you obtain a certain level or a certain certification does not mean that it stops there. I am constantly learning. People always ask me, I'm always learning. What do I do in my spare time? I'm studying. I'm reading. I'm studying. I'm ever learning. Bordeaux is always coming up with more grape varietals that they approve in the Bordeaux blend. So I need to stay on top of that. There are new winemakers and regions and AVAs that have been awarded. I need to stay on top of that. So it's not just earn a certification and that's it. It's ongoing education.
And the education piece, how hard really is it? Because you have a lot of people that say studying to be a SOM is very much like, and no offense to doctors out here and physicians, but literally the tests are that hard.
Yeah, they are. But I believe once you repetition is always the key to anything, to any profession, to any learning. As long as you have repetition, you can always get it. So to me, I just keep learning. Like every single day, I have note cards all over my house. You hear the stories about the Post-it notes all over people's apartments or their houses, and they don't think it's true. It is true, because if you see my house, they're everywhere. They're all over my wall, behind my computer. When I go into the bathroom in the morning, I have a wall that has things on it. I take things off, I put things on. So it's always repetition, and when you just look at those every single day, it clicks. So it's really not that difficult. So
right now she says
you just got to stick at it.
So understand, I'm studying as well, and okay, she's being extremely humble because it's very difficult. I think my brain cannot memorize every single thing, and to memorize things in French, and it's a lot.
Yes,
it
really is. It is, but just keep at it.
Fair. I want to be like you, so I am. So if I get this correct, you are also a Sherry ambassador, is that correct?
I am.
So tell us what that means.
Yes, I'm a Sherry ambassador to the Jerez region in Spain. And what that is just I go around and educate, once again, people on the sherry wines, because a lot of people have a misconception of sherry. When you think of sherry, you think of the bottom shelf $4.99 sherry that you cook with in your home. And that's totally, that is one side to it, but there's a much more refined piece to it. So sherries are beautiful and one of the most exquisite wines in the world, and I want to help educate those of us in the United States about that. They get it in Spain because it's made in Spain, but I think, again, our misconception of maybe our parents or our grandparents cooking with sherry just kind of tainted what sherry really can be.
And it's so good.
It is good, yeah. And there's so many different levels, from dry to sweet, and they pair so beautifully with food. They pair beautifully with food. So.
And I'm glad you talked about a piece about that, because when it comes to pairing, I think we all have certain perceptions of what that really means, right? I was even never forget sitting with a few mentees of mine, and actually each time they took a sip of wine, they put the food in their mouth and felt that's pairing, because you have to do it at the same time. You have to taste these flavors. I'm like, no, it's not.
Right, yeah.
You're taking it a little too literal.
Right, yeah, exactly.
It's really not that hard. But tell me, what pairs with sherry?
Actually, roasted chicken, roasted veggies, desserts, ice cream, at pastas, just about fish, just about anything that you can name will go with sherry. Lamb, duck, venison, game, all of that will go with sherry.
I love it on ice cream.
Yes.
I absolutely love it on ice cream.
Yes, it's delicious. Yes.
So again, I touched upon just the energy, right? Just the energy of this room is amazing to me.
Yes.
The energy of being in this space amongst so many people, but even more so, the fact that there are over 15 women in BIPOC in this industry that are showing their wines.
Yes.
And I don't know if you all know, but I picked everyone and selected them all for a reason. Whether it be wines that I know you've not heard of, whether it be wines that are in mass distribution like myself, or whether it be like wines that are trying. And I did it on purpose. And to be in this industry, I've been in it 10 years, you've been in it
15.
15 years, so 10 years and 15 years. When you see this, because I remember when I first started, it was just the browns. Like there was just nothing else.
Right, yeah.
There was nothing else.
Yeah. Right.
There were a few celebrities that put their name on wine.
Yes.
And I'll leave it at that.
Yes. We'll leave that there.
But there wasn't this.
Right.
What does this mean to you?
This is, I believe I emailed last night, this is history in the making. And I am so very proud to be part of it. Because next year will be the second annual, and then the next year will be the third annual, and so forth and so on. But it'll never be the inaugural. And to be here sitting with you and in this room with all these amazing people is just breathtaking. I literally want to cry now, but I'm not going to do it.
Don't, because I'm a crier, so I'm not going to cry till this is over. I'm going to cry about 7 o'clock.
Right.
I'm going to cry at 7 o'clock.
We'll cry at 7.
Yes, because that's when I'm going to have a glass of wine in my hand, and I'm going to cry at that point.
Right, but this is history, and I'm so proud of it, and it's just, I'm honored that you approached me and asked me to be here. It's just, the feeling is overwhelming. It really is. It really is.
I saw Marsha. I had went to, what restaurant was it?
Gay House.
Gay House. And Marsha was like, oh my God, it's Chrishon. I love Cork. I'm like, this is a psalm saying, oh my God, me? What are you talking about? And she treated me like a queen there. And I just want to thank you for just being you. It's just unbelievable.
Thank you. And then you missed the story, because actually that was our second meeting, because you poured at my birthday tasting 5 years ago. So to have you pour at my birthday party was phenomenal. And then to see you again, and to see where you've come from then till now is just absolutely amazing. Trust me, it's amazing. So I'm so very proud of you.
Awesome. I
so very proud of you.
How amazing this woman is. And for anyone that wants to get in the wine industry, I know what my side looks like. Tell them what your side looks like.
Right now, I'm a beverage director for a hospitality group, so I cultivate all the wine lists for all of our properties. So based on the cuisine and the neighborhood and the clientele, I cater, I cultivate a specific list, anywhere from $10 to $800 a bottle. So yeah, so it's very fun, because I get to taste a lot. I get to taste and pair with food and give suggestions and so forth. So it's a really great job, and I really love it. And I love, meeting the distributor and vendors who come in and show me wines that I'm familiar with and wines that I'm not familiar with. And that is the ultimate love of my job, is tasting things that I haven't tasted before, or someone new onto the market. I love seeing new things and tasting new things. So,
well, all I ask of you is to make sure, I want you to taste all of the winemakers' wines here.
I've already got where I'm going.
They will be honored for you, and I want you to tell them who you are when you're walking up.
I will,
because that is huge, and they might cry, because that is amazing.
We all can't cry till 7.
Right,
we already
7
said
o'clock.
That. 7 o'clock.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank you so much. It is an honor. It's an honor.
Please.
Thank you very much.
Please take pictures, and,
yes,
and don't leave us, and enjoy the time.
Oh, I will.
And
I will.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
That's it.
Thank you.